And you take what's called a lab exam on this. Like you have to know everything. Oh, there's gills. Look at that. See it?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yep.
How about right here? Well, I know, but it's a good learning experience.
Okay. Okay, so we're dissecting a shark.
These sharks are not in
Zoomed
danger.
in.
Dogfish sharks are not in danger. There's plenty of them around. Sometimes it is a shame.
We're
when you
dissecting a
harvest
shark.
just for
It's zoomed in right now.
research, but
It's not a name. I know.
okay. Way up here, like under its chin, way up in here, there's this heart right up there. All right.
I don't. Cool, I'll tell them what it is.
Try one like
It's a young dog shark or dogfish thing. Yeah.
you see it right here, guys.
Can you
Right there. Yep, we can.
Yep. Just 1 second.
Hey, if you guys are going to talk the whole time, you're not going to hear all of the cool information she has to say.
Let me try to get him open a little bit more up into there. Okay, there's the heart. You hold that down back. Right here. Okay, there. That is a tiny little heart for this. But it's very efficient in what it needs to do. Come on, tail.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut the tail off.
Okay.
Just flop it around. It's not
stand up.
We usually get the sharks that have they injected like two-way injected. So for veins and vessels, they inject a blue and a red like latex dye, and it makes it so neat because you can see the veins a lot better. So we're kind of bummed because we wanted.
Okay, then next.
Yeah, see that?
My hand.
Yeah.
I'll
All right, this is the shark's liver. It's got a big lobe on one side, and then there's another smaller the liver just coming out. The liver's function, it has a lot of functions, but the main thing the liver does is it filters all of the bad things out of your blood. So when your blood circulates after the food you eat and everything gets the nutrients out of it, and maybe you took some medicine or something, it doesn't really want to go back in through your heart. So the blood runs through the liver, and it's like a filtering system. So you really can't live very long without a functioning, working liver. So this is the liver.
Here, I'll take it.
And this is liver. Two huge liver lobes. I'll just leave that one hanging out there. And then this little thing, this little green thing,
Can you see it?
is the gallbladder. And the gallbladder has a lot of functions in digestion. You can live without it, but it's simpler to digest your food with it.
That's so you can eat chicken wings and all of that kind of stuff.
I don't know how it functions in a shark since they don't eat a lot of fried foods.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh gosh. Oh my.
No, it doesn't smell like sushi. The stuff that they use to preserve it now is usually called Safe, or it's one of the other brands that is pretty safe. They used to use formaldehyde back in the old days.
Girls, like I hear this obnoxious chatter. Stop.
Which was very carcinogenic, so
Yeah.
get that out.
Yeah.
It's gotta be our best video yet.
That's the other part of the liver. So look, what's like a major part of the
Shark.
shark?
Compared to that little heart you saw.
Don't they use that for floating too? Isn't there part of it?
There's
you
oil
said?
in it, yes. There's a lot of oil in the liver. I'm sorry, I should have thought of that. That's one of the things making him smell as bad as it, or her smell as bad as it does. There's a lot of oil in the liver, makes it real buoyant, so that they can, that sharks have to continually move in order to keep water passing over their gills. Their gills are out here on the outside. They usually have anywhere from 5 to 7 gill slits. And water, as they swim, water flows in over the gills, goes into their body. They take the oxygen out of the water, And then actually the water goes in through their mouth. And then the excess water comes back out through the gills after they've taken the oxygen out of it. But here,
Is that a bear?
here's that little heart compared to all of this liver. So the liver is very slimy and slippery. I'd let you touch it, but you don't want this stuff on your hands.
Can I touch that one?
No, not without gloves. And it helps it keep up in the water since they do have to keep moving in order to breathe and to stay up in the water column. If you have fish at home, you notice that sometimes your fish will just be in the middle of the tank, just kind of hovering there, and they don't really have to move. They can just sit there, and if you look at the side of their face, their little gill covering is just flapping back and forth, and that's pushing oxygen into their gills. So they don't have to keep moving. Sharks don't have that little covering, that operculum over their gills. So they have to keep moving water in through the mouth and out through the gills, and that's how they breathe. There are some sharks that can rest. They can go through slow movements to sleep. Nurse sharks, they found that nurse sharks especially can rest on the bottom, and mostly that's in underwater caves, because when you have an underwater cave, there's a lot of fresh water that seeps down through that cave, and fresh water holds a lot more oxygen than salt water does. So they can sit real still down there and just open their mouth and close it, and enough oxygen will come across their gills. Okay, so that's their little heart. This is the shark's stomach, right in here. We're going to open it and see if our shark had anything good to eat before.
It might be fifth grade fingers that talk. There it is.
I'm gonna move away. Or just myself.
It's pretty digestion.
Here, I'll tell her.
Sharks have a very slow digestion. They've cut sharks' stomachs open before and found in whole fish. And this has been a month after they knew that they ate it. So they have a real slow, which that also helps them to live longer, having a slow digestion.
What is that? You know what it looks like?
Fish?
Yeah, it looks like eggs, doesn't it? Like it looks like Did you
That's not the other one. It's got to be
Jacob, no phone. YouTube channel. Do you want me to do it again? No, I got it.
This is the large one.
Don't cut that open.
No, you didn't. Yeah, we're trying to figure it out.
It looks like shrimp.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it might be a squid.
Where?
Can't see.
Yeah.
That's definitely a squid, it ain't.
Partially digested squid.
I don't know what these other two things are. They almost look like bodies or something.